Hey guys, this is James with the Rambling Dasher, and we are headed out again. It is Thursday, late afternoon, and we've already got an order while I'm sitting in the driveway. So, going to pick up some barbecue. It was only for $4.50 for like 1.7 miles or something like that. And yeah, so if you've been watching the show lately, we are back from an extended time off from dashing. We did a month in Portugal where we both work from home, and so we can work from anywhere. So we took a vacation for the first week of travel and the last week of travel, and then we worked from the apartment we rented for a month in Portugal. So that's where part of my DoorDash dollars go that I make DoorDashing. So going to take care of myself, my kids, living expenses, and traveling. So what do you guys do with your DoorDash money? So anyway, we're gonna go. So came back with a 0 on our last deliveries in the last 30 days, which means you can't be platinum. We had an 82 at the beginning of not this week but the previous week. So this is our 8th day to DoorDash in trying to get to that 100 so that we can be platinum. And the goal was to accept every single order for as many days in a row as we can to reach that 100. And so yeah, here it is 8 days later and we still haven't got it. So we are sitting at ratings. So we are, the crazy thing is I think I've missed maybe 4 or 5 this week that I didn't accept, and I missed a couple not because of my fault. I didn't decline them. Now I declined one and they sent it to me again, and I say I declined it. I purposely just didn't respond to it, and so it's the same as declining if you miss one. And they sent it to me again and I missed it again. And so anyway, so I think I missed a total of maybe 5 in the 2 weeks. And my AR hasn't gone up that much. So I've got 63 deliveries as of right now over the past 7 previous days. And somewhat frustrating in the fact that I've only gotten 63 deliveries, but I don't work full-time doing this. I do maybe 6 hours a couple nights and 3 hours a couple nights a week. And I think since Portugal, I'm going to cut out Friday nights unless I'm just like, I really need extra cash or I haven't met some goals. So prior to this, my goal has always been $100 on 6-hour nights, $50 on 3-hour nights. And rarely would I get that, but still, that's the goal. So that would put me at 400. If I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday, would be on 6-hour nights, Tuesday, Thursday on 3-hour nights, that would put me at right at $400. And if I could do that over a month, that's about $1,600. I would rarely get that, but my ultimate, goal would be like around $1,400, and I would be okay. I'm gonna back that off just so I can spend more time with my family. So I have Friday nights free to do whatever we want to do, and not be beholden to DoorDash on Friday night. So that just means I have to hustle on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but still try to keep the early nights off on two of those. So anyway, I'm gonna run in here, grab this, and we'll be back and talk some more. All right, guys. This might be my first venture into a CBD store. It looks like they said it's inside CBD World. So it's only a half a mile away. So 2 minutes, so I will head that way. I can't picture where this place is, but it can't be too far away. All right. So yeah, last night I did pretty good and broke the $100 barrier for the first time in the 2 weeks I've been home. I know tonight's gonna be a short night, so ideally I would get 50 bucks, but I hadn't got $50 before 7 o'clock or 3 hours any night in the last couple weeks. So, but we're gonna shoot for it. We are going to shoot for it. If we're close, we may stick around a little bit longer, and because I just got a call from my kids saying, hey, we're hanging out with a friend, we might be over later. I was like, all right, I see how you are. I see how you are. Oh, I know where this place is. Right next to Papa John's. Alright. I'm going to go in and deliver this food, and we will be right back. Alright, guys. That was $4.50. I don't know, probably $2.50 tip. So, I just got another one for Wingstop, where I just came from. It's in the same strip as the barbecue place. So $6.50 for 3.5 miles. We will accept it. I can tell you one thing, I haven't had this many orders this quick in the 2 weeks that I've been back. So alright, heading to Wingstop now. So we'll head that way, see if we can try not to get hit by any cars. Alright. Oh. Alright, so guys, I don't know if y'all heard, or I'm sure, and I don't know when these videos are going to get released, because I'm not doing a very good job of sitting out there and uploading videos, but I did get one set to go tonight at like 6:15ish or so. So it's from last week, so we're probably a good week and a half, 2 weeks behind. But in last night's episode, I was listening to the Razorbacks play in the World Series against LSU. So heartbreaking loss in the bottom of the 9th inning, and our defense just kind of literally dropped the ball, and that last run came across when we did drop the ball. And from the images and the stuff I saw, I haven't listened to any sports talk radio or anything like that today, so I saw some pictures on the internet, and the dude who dropped it was just bawling out there. So, you know, because yeah, that was a tough loss. So woo pig suey. We'll get back after it in football season in the late summer. So, and rumor has it the Razorbacks might even be ranked this year in football. I don't know how true that's going to be, but I don't have great expectations. But the people in Arkansas, the vast majority of people in Arkansas are delusional when it comes to the expectations that our football team is going to be like national champions and be able to beat all these schools. But I can tell you one thing, is that we've got a relatively light schedule in comparison to years past, when we don't even have to play Alabama this year. So if I'm not mistaken, anyway, I might be wrong about that, but Matter of fact, I probably am, because I remember looking at the schedule yesterday, and it wasn't football schedule, it was the basketball schedule. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna run in and get these wings, and we're heading back out. See ya. All right, we are back, and this time it says it is 2.7 miles away, 2.8 for 7 minutes. It's supposed to be at a fire department or something like that, so we'll see what happens. I don't know exactly where this could be, but maybe I should look so I don't. I don't know where that is. Alright, there's a volunteer fire department. I did not know that. Alright, we are going to be eating our sponsored, not so sponsored, but we have an affiliate link down below in the description. So I get my white chocolate macadamia nut Cliff bars from Amazon, and love these things. So anyway, it doesn't cost you anything extra if you want to check it out. If you purchase from that link, we get a percentage, a very, very, very small percentage, but a percentage nonetheless. And we greatly would appreciate it if you would, you know, help us out. So it doesn't cost anything extra. I checked it out. Like, I went on to, I had other people look at the website from the link that we sent them, and I look at my own orders and see what they cost, and they cost the same. So I wasn't going to do that to people, but I just wanted to double check, because I was like, what in the world, how does this work? But yeah, they just send a percentage of the proceeds to me for sending them people their direction. So that was interesting. But I don't know, I like these white chocolate macadamia nut ones. I don't know that they're healthy, but I have to think they're better than a Snickers bar. So see a lot of, I forgot about this being a national holiday. I think only the US government and all the banks are closed, but that's about it. Maybe the state governments, I don't know. Probably. Seems to be pretty busy traffic out today, that's for sure. That was that. And that's all the food I brought. So you don't get to watch me eat more food tonight. But I am gonna get a drink of water from my Lark bottle of water, which also has an affiliate link down below. I bought this off of Amazon. I could have got it at their website. Might have been $1 or $2 cheaper on the website, but I wanted, just in case there was anything wrong with it, I can make easy returns with Amazon by taking it to Kohl's. So I do shop off of Amazon. I have an Amazon Prime account. So comes in handy for me to be able to do that sometimes. I bought shoes off of there, and I buy like 2 or 3 pair of shoes that I would try them on and just send them back. So it takes a day or two to get a credit. If you just get them, you try them on, then send them back, they credit your credit card pretty quick. So you're really not out any money if you send them back within a couple days. If your billing cycle anyway, if you miss the billing cycle cutoff, then you have to pay that off, and then you'll get it back on the next billing cycle. But it works out. I can't imagine there is a little building up here, and they do have a, I don't know what that is, maybe a siren up there. But anyway, this Lark water bottle does a couple things. It has a what does it have there? It has a I don't know what it's called, some light thing, I forgot what it's called, like a UV light in there that kills all the bacteria. And then just to back that up, it also has a filter to filter out any other kind of waste or things that might be in the water. So between those two, you know, especially going traveling, I wanted to get that kind of a water bottle that does those things. So that's what I did. So check out that link down below in the description. Yeah, if you have any questions about it, just send me a message. All right, I'm gonna run this food in. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So we already have $11 out the door and completed 2 out of 2 offers in 32 minutes. So this offer was, I can't get it to work. Oh, there it goes. $2.50 on the base pay, $4 tip. So thank you very much. And let's see what we got. Return to Dash. We are up to 65. I only need 35 more deliveries. So, sheesh, it might take me all next week to get those. I can tell you last night was a much better night than Monday night. Doing the 6 hours or so. I didn't think it was going to be, and I ended up working about probably closer to 7 hours, but I got over $100. I think I had about 13 deliveries. So yeah, it's one of those things that if you want it, if you want the money, it's out there. I can go into one of my little rants that I have. There's people I see on Facebook and that saying don't accept the little orders, and I totally agree with that. But if you are in an area with saturated drivers, we're in Central Arkansas outside of Little Rock, and so many drivers from Little Rock drive down here, I think because it's safer. And we've got just so many drivers down here, right? And then me leaving and coming back and not having status and having to schedule and all that. So it's just it's a drain to do that. One, to have to schedule, but two, you're competing for a lot of for limited orders, right? And on top of that, I don't know if there's less orders out there, right? There may be less orders, but I see these people on Facebook to say, don't get these orders. My AR's at you know, like 20 or 43 or something like that, and I make plenty of money. But my question is, are they in this area where there's a overkill of drivers? You know, that would be my question. For me, I want to be, and I saw an analogy yesterday, is it's like a totem pole. So priority, if you're platinum, you're at the top of the totem pole and you get first dib at the orders. And if you don't accept it, it goes down the totem pole to someone else, to someone else, to someone else. So it goes to all the people at the top first, the priority, the platinum drivers within range, right? Then it goes to the next people, the gold, and then to the silver, and then to the people who don't have any status. Because I think you have to have something to even be silver. So anyway, for me, I don't think it's that hard to get platinum status. I mean, it's been hard, because it's going to take me 3 full weeks probably to get back to platinum on the 100 deliveries in the last 90 days. But once you get there, it's so much easier to keep it. The hard part is like, hey, do I want to accept this order that's low pay for a long amount of miles? So that's where you have to be careful not to drop below that 70% AR, because that's the main thing that kills you. Now you could, if you don't do a good job on getting whatever it is, ratings. Right now, my ratings, I haven't looked at it today, so my acceptance rate is up to 89%. My completion rate is 99 because I went into Papa John's last night and they said it was going to be 20 plus minutes because they didn't even have it in the oven. They hadn't even started it, so I'm like, okay, I gotta go. On time or early is 92%. That has dropped from 93 to 92 in the last 2 weeks. I don't know how. But my customer rating, 5.0. So I do work pretty hard at doing the 5.0 thing. Because I jump through hoops I try to make sure that I get the orders taken care of, right? I put them in the bags, I keep the food warm, blah, blah, blah. if an order's late, it's usually because it's been declined. So like last night, I was probably 10 minutes away, and it was a cash order, right? Well, so I accepted it because I'm accepting all the orders. I got there, and it's well past the closing time, so they meet me out in the parking lot, the Pizza Hut people, and they say, "Are you picking up this order?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Well, I don't know, they don't know what happened, but there was another driver that accepted the order like 10 minutes before, or not 10 minutes, like 20 minutes before, and he never showed up." Well, my guess is that, I don't know what they thought, but anyway, the reality was it was a cash order, and I knew it was a cash order because I have it turned on and I can see that it's a cash order, and I accepted the cash order. So by the time I accepted it, it was already a $6 order. And I was like, all right, I'll accept it. And I only got a $1 cash tip. It was like $18.99. He gave me a $20. So whatever. I got $7 out of the deal. Put me over. Put that right there, $6 and $1 put me over 100. So I made like 102, 103 last night. But sometimes you get bad ratings because of stuff like that, where the order was jacked around by other drivers long before you ever got it, right? It could have been sitting there, you could have been on a dash and sitting there for 10 minutes getting declined, and then you come along and get back in there and you accept it, and then all of a sudden it's way late. So the other night I picked up one. I got back into, had delivered way outside of the area, and it's like, hey, if you want to get an order, you got to get back inside your dash area. And I'm trying. You're the one that sent me out here. But anyway, so I got back in there, and I was probably 4 or 5 miles away, and you don't usually get orders if you're that far away. Well, for whatever reason, this one had been declined a time or two, I guess. And so I picked it up, and it was, and I didn't even notice it, right? I didn't notice the time, because I don't ever look at that. But it was 10 after 9, I think, or 10 after 10, something like that. And it said, pick it up by 8:30, 9:30, whatever time. So anyway, it was 40 minutes after that order must be picked up by this time. And I was like, oh, well, I ain't gonna make that. Well, sure enough, the next day I get a notice from DoorDash saying that, hey, a bad review, we removed a bad review because it was out of your control. I was like, oh, well, thank you very much, because yeah, it's not in my control. When I accept the order well after the pickup time, you know, like 30 minutes past the pickup time. So I wish maybe DoorDash should do a little bit better job of doing like, hey, you automated all this other stuff, automate a response to the client indicating that, hey, we're having trouble finding dashers right now, but as soon as we find one, we'll let you know. And as soon as I got the order, I sent them a message, say, hey, I'm waiting on your order, blah, 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 and got it and delivered to them. And the crazy thing is, and I don't even know if this is the same person, but they gave me a $10 cash tip. So I don't know if he, in turn, gave me a bad review or not. I just don't know. I don't know how that worked, but anyway. I just don't know. The crazy thing is, when I logged in today, it said, hey, 30% or more of your drop-offs didn't have an image with them. Well, guess what? If I do 10 deliveries and 3 of them don't have a picture, or I handed it to the customer when it says to take a picture, what am I supposed to do? Right? So I'm not too worried about those little warnings. It's like DoorDash, passive aggressive much, you know. So I don't care about those warnings really. I want to make sure the customers are taken care of, and I don't want. I mean, obviously, I don't want customers cheating DoorDash, because that just kind of makes me look bad in that regard, to say that, hey, we didn't get our food, when in fact you did get your food. I got a message yesterday that said some of your customers said they didn't get all their food, and I'm like, well, it would have been nice to know that, or to know which customers it was, because I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Now, for me, I don't know. All the bags are sealed up. I don't go rummaging through bags to see if all their food's there. So what am I supposed to do? It's kind of like if you're a DoorDash driver, you're between a rock and a hard place, because all these restaurants know there's bad DoorDash drivers out here, and those DoorDash drivers do steal. They do rummage through food. They do bad things. They do things that they know aren't right. So, you know, I was somewhere yesterday and there was a driver who went in to pick up something at Papa John's, and the guy was like, no, we just handed that out. And the driver's like, I just got the order. Well, most likely the people said they never got their food, but Papa John's handed them the food. So it is what it is. Those things happen. Hopefully Papa John shuts those accounts down and don't let them dash anymore after that. But it is frustrating. It happens to me way too often that I get one of those deals. What I hate is like, oh, I go to a restaurant and say, oh, we've had 6 DoorDashers come in here asking about that same order, and none of those 6 DoorDashers have thought to contact DoorDash support to say that that order has already been grabbed by a DoorDasher, that DoorDash is going to have to send the order out again. All right. Oh, this sucks because I just made a U-turn and I can't get out of it. Okay, so I got one for Nukes and it's 10.4 miles. Are you kidding me? It's $9. We will accept it. It's going to take me a little while to get there because I just started headed down the freeway the other way. So, but I can get back around. I just don't like that it's 10 miles away. But it is $9. I don't know. It'll probably take me 30 minutes to get it delivered. So that'll put me at $20 in an hour and a half. So I was at, what I said, I forget, $10 or $11. I think I said $11 after 30 minutes. And now I've been driving around for 25 minutes with no orders. Finally got one. And it's a good 30-minute delivery. Maybe longer if it's a round trip, because most likely it's going to be in a place that I don't want to deliver in, so I'll pause the orders and get back this direction. Oh, crap. You ever have those speed bumps that are more than speed bumps? They are like damage to your car bumps. There's no smooth glide over I like the ones that are kind of smooth. These ones are like almost like a triangle. It's like, hey, drive up over this curb. Okay guys, I'm gonna run in and grab this food and we will be right back. Alright guys, we are back in here. All it was a salad. And we have to deliver 17 minutes away, and I'm gonna go the back road, so I don't know if it's gonna be more or less, but we're fixing to find out. Still says 17 right now, but as soon as awesome, be safe. So the customer was like, make sure they got extra dressing in there, I paid for it. I was like, all right. There's 2 of them in there, so I don't know if that's enough or not. So 17 minutes going the back way as well, so good enough for me. All right. It is hot out here today. It was a little. We had a good rain shower, at least at the house earlier. I don't know if it could have just been very localized. But me and the dog got a little wet, so. Getting invitations to go through boxes at the house and get rid of stuff, so that's nice. Somehow or another we have to get rid of garbage and get, like, we have just old stuff. We cleaned out a I think we did it before we left. We cleaned out a, yeah, we did. Cleaned out a storage, whatever, one of those storage rooms or whatever you call them. And brought all the stuff here. But, and it wasn't that much stuff. I mean, it all fit in the back of my SUV. So that was easy enough, but we got to go through it and just, I would imagine it's probably been sitting in there for 3 years or more, so the likelihood that anybody needs any of it is slim, Just like the stuff that's stuffed in closets at my house. Nobody needs it. Nobody needs it. And I really want to get into this mode of cleaning everything out and just minimalizing everything down to just what I need. Being able to, if I want to pick up and sell, then I got to be able to get rid of the stuff. That's the hard part. If I sell the house, I'm not moving any of the stuff. I mean, the only reason for me to sell my house is because we are selling the house to go live on the road as nomads. We don't have a house. And with that, we don't have a house payment. We don't have property taxes. We don't have house insurance. We don't have, I don't know, electricity bills. We don't have water bills. We don't have gas bills. We don't have all that. We won't have, I don't know, we just won't have all the stuff. I won't have to pay to have like the flower beds mulched and have we have a very small yard to start with. So when I moved there, and I truly moved there out of an apartment, but I used to have all this stuff. But when I moved to that apartment, I just got rid of everything. So I didn't have a lawnmower, didn't have a weed eater, didn't have anything. And when I moved to this house, it's basically like a zero lot, or I don't know what you call those, small tiny lots, right? I got a little strip of grass on each side of my house, and a little bit in the front with the flower beds, and in a driveway in the back that would constitute what normal people have a backyard. But no, ours, the garage is in the back, and we drive up an alleyway and pull into the house. So I don't ever see the front. But anyway, the guy charges $25 per mowing, and which is maybe every other week. So I'm not worried about me trying to figure out how to afford a lawnmower and weed eater and all that stuff when somebody's going to do it for $25. So anyway, all that expenses would be gone as well. Now we would have new expenses, and likely the expenses of the stuff that we would move to, and it would be temporary, would be short-term rentals, like 1, 2, 3 months at a time, and then we'd go somewhere else. And that going somewhere else might be a flight to somewhere else, or a bus, or a train. Just depends on where we are. But that's I don't know, that lifestyle seems really interesting to me, and something that I want to attain. Now, so with the idea that, number one, if we're still working, then we can still afford to do all of that, and maybe afford to do things on a grander scale than what we would if we weren't working and living off of our savings. Like the sale of the house and other things, right? So yeah. So yeah, trying to get to a point where we can do that and start downsizing the stuff on the inside of the house, so that we can if we get a good offer on a house, then we would, there's two things, like, we are not prepared to be able to do this lifestyle change at this point, because my son is still going into the 10th grade, so he's got 10th, 11th, 12th, and then after that, you know, he'll be in a situation where he's gonna have a job, he's gonna figure all that stuff out. My daughter, I still help her out a little bit, and I'm sure I'll help my son out, but I won't be in a position to be able to help them out. So they're gonna have to figure it out, just kind of like I had to figure it out. So all the joys, right? But anyway, we're gonna get things figured out. And they'll get things figured out. We're always looking for ways to do income outside of the norm. So I told her that we're gonna ramp up our t-shirt thing to get designs out there. Don't know if we'll ever sell any, but if we can, we will. If we can, we will. But I like the idea anyway. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but maybe we can figure it out. Find a t-shirt design that's fairly simple that someone starts buying. I don't know. I didn't make this shirt. It came from Old Navy in Canada. So we went to Canada, I think in 2019. And I was like, I need a Canada shirt. And we were in a Old Navy outlet store. And so I saw this shirt for like $5. And I've been wearing it ever since. But we do come up with some neat designs, and we got some ideas for more. So we'll make t-shirt designs, get them out there. We're gonna look at doing a website where we can either do post our t-shirts, but then still use like a print shop to drop ship the orders. So yeah, stuff like that. We're gonna look at maybe look at doing some type of a t-shirt of the month club. I don't know. That's pie in the sky kind of stuff, but just that's some ideas that I've had that I want to incorporate and figure out how can we do these things and maybe automate them, or things that we can still do when we're traveling. If we get orders and get people to sign up and join for something like that, then we can send out shirts and things like that. So yeah, just looking at different ways of doing that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I'm sure that once I didn't have a full-time job, if I ever did quote-unquote retire from a job that is a fixed job, that I can go out and contract work or just pick up little odds and ends to supplement what savings income I have, then I don't know, I'll probably figure out different things at that point, but it's hard to figure them out. Especially, I have DoorDash, which to me it takes time, but it's simple. It's simple for me anyway. And it gets me away from that computer, which I sit at all day, every day, so I get tired of doing that. Alright, we're having fun with this stuff. It's already an hour and 15 minutes in. We're on our third order, but this third order is taking a while. It still says 3 more minutes to go, but then it's in an apartment too, so that means I probably gotta go up to the 3rd floor somewhere. I don't know. Why is this traffic so backed up? Well, I know why. It's just that time of the day. I don't think we're gonna make this light either, because that traffic is just coming on. There was probably like 7 or 8 cars in front of me that had the green arrow, and they made it, but the car in front of me and myself didn't make it, and they just are gonna fly through, and I might squeeze in. And it's still green. The car behind me made it. Well, and the car behind them. Alrighty then, let's see if we can get this thing delivered. These are easier apartments to find. There's ones across the street from these ones that are like huge and not very well numbered. Alright. Oh, okay. Now we're just driving around looking for numbers. Building number 11. Looks like I should have turned at the first turn. It looks, I might be driving around the building. No, there's 10 way back here. That's what a lot of times you go to apartments and, well, that one says 12, so where's 11? That one say 11 or 10? Where the heck is 10? Or where's 11? Well, this is one of those frustrating gigs here, because I got 10 and then I got 12. And on this side is 7. Where's 11 at? What'd they do with it? That is crazy. That is crazy. And then we got 14. So somehow somebody jacked up. So there's 9. And it looks like 11 is on the inside over here. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna go deliver this food and we will be right back. Alright. So she goes, "You must have dropped it off at the wrong place." And then I ring her doorbell. Come on. All right, we're up to $20 even. 3 out of 3. This offer was $4.50 base, $4.50 tip. And we're gonna head back to our normal delivery area. I haven't turned off the dash, so we'll see. Sometimes over here they like to give me orders that go way up into Little Rock, and I don't want to have to do that, and I really don't want to have to decline anything at this point, because I want to hit that. I want to get my whatever it's called, my 100 orders, and get back to platinum. So, all right. So one of the things I've been talking about on here is doing a little talk show with my son on YouTube. Probably we're looking at doing it just once a week, because it's going to be a little bit time consuming. I don't know if there's a wreck right here, but there's somebody sitting in the middle of the road with their flashers on. They're in a turn lane, but not moving. I can't even tell if there's anybody in the car. They have blacked out windows. But anyway, so yeah, we're trying to finalize what all we're gonna have in there. We got a lot of different sections or the segments that we're gonna have, and trying to figure out what are we gonna talk about, recurring segments that we're gonna do, whether they're gonna be every episode or we just bring them back when we want to. Some things that are gonna be off, better just not every single time, but maybe every other or whenever we want to, you know, or we maybe never do them. But anyway, so trying to hammer out the details on that and figure out what we want to do, and just to have fun and actually do something somewhat creative together. But we're gonna have sections like this week in history. What are you listening to? What are you watching? I found this deal that I did a couple of years ago on Facebook or something, where it was like I forgot the title of it. Something like non-popular opinion or something like that. But what's 10 things that other people love that you don't, something like that. So I had a whole laundry list of things that I was like, no, all, and people just love it, right? So I put that in there for us to come up with something like that. And I had a list of 10 things, but I'm sure we could find some more things that we like, or, you know, stuff like that. Maybe we could flip it and say things that we love that other people hate. So stuff like that. But I did some this week in history. I got some of that stuff scripted out today with the help of ChatGPT. I'm trying to find some, I don't know, we want to do like a news segment, or I came up with this, like something like Saturday Night Live news. But again, I don't know if we're capable of writing that or not. I just don't know. I just don't know if we're capable of doing that or not. But maybe we are. Maybe we can just scan the news and find some articles and then make a joke about it here and there, whatever. Maybe I could channel my inner Norm and do some old O.J. Simpson jokes. I love watching some Norm Macdonald. He is one of my favorites. Hilarious. I hate that he passed away. I don't know, probably a couple years ago now. Maybe, well, I can't remember. Seems like it might have been a couple years ago. But I might have to watch some of his old takes on there and just do an ode to Norm Macdonald and just give it a go. I don't know that we could find ones that are relevant to today, but I'm sure we could. I'm sure we could. I'm gonna have to, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to rearrange the desk. We're gonna, because we don't have a dedicated space to do this show, so we're gonna set up our stuff, I think, on the dinner table, and we have a window behind us that has the blinds that, because the window just looks out to our next door neighbor's house, which is, you know, like 10 feet or less away. So we just keep those blinds closed all the time anyway. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Have it set up there. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. He's telling me we could have a couple of video inputs, or we could have one. So I don't know how well the cameras work, or what that's gonna look like, but it's gonna be, it is what it is until we get it to be better. At this point, I don't really want to have more expensive stuff, but we can. Just to get started anyway, I think we're going to do with what we have, which we have. I mean, I think he's got a mic, and I have a mic. I don't know if we'll both need it or not, but maybe. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll roll with it. I'm gonna try to set up a monitor that's gonna have like either a slideshow or something like that kind of goes through. As we go through it, we'll click through it and have our presentation of the stuff we're going to be talking about, and then he's going to be running the show, you know, while we're talking, and going through everything. So I don't know what our background is going to be. I know he does video games and he plays on video games, so he shows himself on the video game as a cutout, but the video game is the background. I don't think we're going to do anything like that, and I don't know that the laptop he's going to use over at my house has near as good stuff as his desktop at his mom's house. So we're going to be somewhat limited in that regard. So we'll deal with that. Yeah. Alright. Well, I didn't get any orders on the outskirts of town, so let's see if... Oh, there's an order. Firehouse Subs. Ah, they are kicking my butt here. So this is another one that said, not brought to you by your gold. This is $6.25 for 9.9 miles. So that's a pain in the rear, but we're going to take it. So it's going to take me 30 minutes to get $6 or whatever it said. So that'll put me at 26, I think it was $26.50 or something like that. After 2 hours, that means I have to get another $25 in the last hour. And most likely that won't happen. But we'll try. We're gonna keep on trying. The good thing about this particular order, even though it's so far, part of it is I'm still quite a ways away from it. So maybe it won't be 9 miles, 10 miles to deliver it. It might be like 6 miles to deliver it. Because I'm maybe 4 miles away from it right now. Maybe not 4 miles. I don't know how far it is. It seems a pretty good distance though. Well, I don't know how many. I don't have my mileage up on my odometer. Yeah. This thing doesn't have a. Oh, there it is. Probably was at 51.5 on my trip. Maybe it was only about 2 miles away. Either way. My turn. Yeah, I really wanted to turn back there because the place I'm going, and I gotta go around the block. But, or no I don't. I'll sneak in through the back exit. It looks to be busy in here. Here's hoping they have the food ready. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're loaded up and headed that way. So one of the things that I've been working on this week is getting all these 100 orders in. See how fast I can get them. Right now, it is taking me way too long. So I don't know. Let's see if I can see where we're at. I don't know what I just did. We are currently at 66. So 66. I'm not gonna hit 70 today. That would mean 4 more deliveries. I don't know if this delivery will be 67 or not, but maybe. Maybe I can get in an hour and 15 minutes, which this delivery is going to take me 14 minutes to deliver from right now. So that leaves me 1 hour after I get this delivery. It's probably going to be a good 11 minutes or more to get back to be within delivery range of any place I might go to, or range to get an order anyway. Oh, I got a message from the guy. It says, LOL, thank you, sir. I'm not sure where the hell I'm going here. But he's way on out there. Wherever we're going, it's a ways out here. 6 miles up this one road right here, which is kind of surprising, but my brother and my nephew just keep on wearing me out with some videos, and they're sending them on all kinds of different platforms. Like, I don't even log into Instagram anymore, and I'm getting bombarded with those, getting text messages, I'm getting Facebook Instant Messenger. I'm like, dudes, y'all gotta chill. I don't have time to be sitting here to watch y'all's videos and watch all the ones I'm watching all day long, right? Usually when my brother gets involved in sending them, there's stuff that makes my nephew mad, like saying that LeBron James isn't the best person. My son just sent me a message saying, I just saw you drive past Circle K. I'm like, yeah, you did. I don't know if they were sitting in a turn lane there, or if they were, I know they said they were hanging out with one of their friends, so talking about. The one I'm making. He's wanting to know how's the video. I'm assuming he's referring to the one that we're recording right now. Boring. That's why everybody's watching. And I can't spell it. Alright. I don't know, he's typing something now. So one thing I will say reminds me to do is ask for subscriptions. So if you guys are catching this video at this point in time, hit that subscribe button. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just said, JK, it's okay. Hit that subscribe button. I hadn't had any new subscribers in a little while, so I don't know if it's, I just don't know. So maybe we're not resonating with people. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the format. I do need to make some shorter content videos. Not just shorts, but shorter content, because all of these videos are just me rambling for 2 hours or more sometimes. So maybe I can do a better job with that. One video I know I'm gonna make, and I don't know how I'm gonna make it, because it's gonna be a culmination video of the last of maybe upwards of 3 weeks of me going through and getting snippets of these videos saying how long it's taking me to hit 100 deliveries after coming back with a zero deliveries in the last 30 days. So right now I'm looking at 12 days. Maybe I can beat 12. I mean, I had a 13 night the other night, and we're sitting at almost 70. So and this is day 8. I better get back to figure out where I'm going here. So day 8, and I'm gonna have 67 maybe after I drop this one off. So I still need 33 more. If I could get a couple more, 2 or 3 more tonight, that would be ideal. 2 or 3 more tonight. I don't know if I can do it though, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. We are going to try. Out here in the middle of nowhere for rent. I wonder what they rent for. I would consider moving to a rental property for the next 3 years if I could get it at a decent rate. I just think rental properties right now are going to be expensive. Alright, 3 more minutes out here in the boonies. It looks like the electric company has been out clearing tree limbs away from the tree lines. And just leaving debris everywhere. Alright guys, I don't know if my video is, my phone is full and won't record anymore, but somewhere along the way it stopped recording. But this was $31.25. This offer was $6.25 with 0 tip, but then they added a $5 tip at the end. So that was nice of them. $6.25 base pay with a $5 tip at the end. That's not showing on here, so that was nice of them. Which puts me at still shows $31.25. Oh yeah, because it was only going to be $26 and some change. And I'm at 67 deliveries, so a long way from anywhere else to that might be deliverable, but it says 5.2 miles to yeah, it says 7 miles when I plug in the GPS, so 7 miles with 14 minutes to get back to town. So yeah, it is what it is. So okay, well, I'm going to pause the video, and I'll catch you back up when we hit back into town and we have some more orders. So we'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, we are back. We just got another little order for some cupcakes at a little cupcake place here in town, and so I gotta make a U-turn, I think, to get back to go in that direction. But it was $10 for I don't know how many miles. It might have been a little like 5 miles or something. But I need 2 $10 orders to hit 50, and there's the first one. So there is the first one. I don't know if I've ever had a DoorDash at this place. Maybe one time before, but this is a kind of a few and far between kind of place that I don't get DoorDashes for. So anyway, I'm gonna run in here, pick up this order, and we will be right back. Okay, we are headed out. We have cupcakes in tow, and it is 5 miles away in 11 minutes. Crazy thing is, the address is just on the same street, just 5 miles on this road. Which this is a actually an Arkansas state highway. I don't know where it starts. If it starts in Little Rock, or if I think it goes all the way through Little Rock and comes out. I don't know where Highway 5 on the other side of Little Rock is. I don't know where it ends up. Highway 5 goes to Hot Springs. I know that much. I don't know where it goes after that. I do not know. Oops. We got us a stoplight. But so $10 for this one. That'll put us at 41, I think. 41 and some change. So I just need another $9-10 order after that, and it's still, I could still do it between now and quitting time. I got about 40 minutes, which this one's going to take me 10 minutes. That'll leave me 30 minutes to get an order and deliver it. Maybe I might get 2 more orders, 2 more $5 orders or something, but whatever, I'll take it. I might work a little extra tonight to get the to hit my $50. But that 10 helped right there to get me in the right direction. So fingers crossed we can get one more $10 order and call it a night and head to the house and get some food. And then, alright guys, so just realized that my video keeps cutting out because the file storage is full on this phone. So I just deleted, I think it was probably Monday's video, so fingers crossed I got that downloaded the other day. I think I have. I don't think I downloaded yesterday's video or obviously today. But anyway, we'll get that stuff downloaded and I'll get them hopefully this weekend, get everything all set up to go forward. So I don't know where I'm going to be delivering this to. It's going to be, it looks like a big building somewhere. Cupcakes in a building. I still don't know where. Well, surely I'm not taking it to Taco Bell. Landers Road. I don't know where I'm taking it. It's past Congo. I don't know for sure. But maybe to Goodwill or something. I don't know why I'm feeling so tired. It definitely, I thought I'd been getting enough sleep the last couple nights, but maybe not. Maybe there's other factors of my tiredness. Maybe it's a Wendy's. Am I delivering cupcakes to Wendy's? Do I just go through the drive-thru? It's Wendy's or Taco Bell? Looks like it's Wendy's. It looks like I'm taking them to Wendy's. Alright. It's the first time I've ever delivered some anything to this Wendy's here. I'm assuming it's Wendy's. It doesn't say where to take it, and it says leave it at the door. My guess is this person might not even be working here. They could have just they could have left. Who knows? They haven't replied at all. Okay, I'm gonna head in. We will see what's going on. Alright guys. We did another hand it to the customer when it says to take a photo, so they'll probably send me a nasty gram again tomorrow or when the next day I dash. Alright, Popeye's chicken, $7.75 for 3 miles. Alright, I got 26 minutes left before 7. Maybe I can get this one knocked out pretty quick. Popeye's is not the fastest on getting their food ready, and I'm just right around the corner, so we'll see. It's only 3 miles, so it might take me about 6-7 minutes to get it delivered. Might take me a minute or two to get there because traffic seems to be acting weird. Popeye's fried chicken. Or in this case it says Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen. Oh, yeah. Come on, let's get this stuff going. Let's move it. Not a good sign. There's cars around the parking lot, backed up. I'm probably gonna have to decline this one because they will not have it ready in 20 minutes, I promise you. All right, I will be back. Alright, so that took us 20 minutes. 10 minutes to wait to be spoken to, and 10 minutes for them to make the food. So, yeah. I knew it was not going to be good. Oh well. And we got 9 minutes to deliver it for 2.7 miles, so. And it will be after quitting time by the time I get this one delivered. So here's hoping this dude gives us a couple of extra dollars in tip to put us over $50. I do not anticipate it. He says, awesome, thanks. So, maybe. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But even if not, that's gonna be my last delivery, so because I'm ready to go to the house. Pause, deliveries, directions. So not too bad of a night to get close to $50 just within striking distance. I'm gonna be within a couple dollars of it. Oh crap, there comes an ambulance. Right as I'm going through an intersection, they're like barreling through, but maybe I can stay ahead of them. They're staying in my lane. The hospital's that way. Alright, people. Alright. Let's get them out of my way. And they did get in that lane. I was like, why? Oh well. Whew. They're building something new down here in Benton. I don't know if that was the empty lot or they tore something down. So I get to go way on the back side of Benton here. It must be third Thursday in Benton, so they shut down the city streets and all that stuff, and have things going on downtown. So I might just avoid going back through this way. This is really the backside of Benton because we have to go across these. I don't know if this is across the railroad tracks or what it is back here, but it's to the side of Benton that you don't hear about. But it's like separated from the rest of the city. I don't know. By these tracks or something. Oh, well, look down there and see. Yep, it's all railroad tracks. Disposal. I don't want to turn this straight. Dun, dun. I don't come over here very often. I know that. And rarely do I ever get to come in daylight. And there's a little baby kitten right in the middle of the street. And the mama doesn't have a tail. And then there's another little kitten, and the two kittens don't look anything the same, but they are stinking cute. They are stinking cute. All right. I'm assuming that's the house. I don't see any markings on it as far as a... Well, there is a number up there somewhere. And that looks like it. I'm scared to pull up in this driveway with this tiny car. Alright, I will be back. Alright guys, we have recap 2 hours and 56 minutes with about a 25-30 minute drive home. 6 out of 6 offers accepted. This one was $2.25 with a $5.50 tip, and it was $49 total. And when I end the dash, it doesn't give me any information anymore, so that's interesting. And because I've ended it, it only says schedule, so I can't even dash anymore if I wanted to, so and that's okay. So that puts me at $251.43 for the week. Now, stay over there, cats. It looks like there's a big black cat. So the big black cat might be the mama to the black kitten, and the other kitten, looks like it might be related to the other cat with no tail. But the kitten had a tail. I don't know how that works. Anyway, so $251.43 for the week with a paycheck of $132.89. So, makes me think that I might want to do at least a little 3-hour gig tomorrow night to try to get another $50 or $49.57 or $48.57, so that I can hit 300 for the week. 300 for the week would, if I can get that, would be nice. To try to get up to what 300 would be, what, I don't know what it would be. 300 would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 1200 in the month. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Depends on what all's going on with the family, so we'll see. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna sign off of this video. I appreciate everyone that has an opportunity to watch, and hope you hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you on another rambling dasher. Have a good night. Bye.